Welcome to East Rutherford, New Jersey, and Giant Stadium. Getting ready for a great one between San Diego and New York. And now to Tom Hammond and Chris Collinsworth for the game. Tom?
With a beautiful day in the forecast, we'll get ready for today's game. Hi, everyone. Tom Hammond here, along with Chris Collinsworth. Kicker looks ready to get this one started. Let's head down to the field for the opening kickoff. He's hammered at the 32-yard line. And we'll see how their offense has prepared for this matchup as they come onto the field for the first time. He looks to throw on first down. With the catch. He's tackled at the 36-yard line. Pretty nice read on that play to find the open man.
Yeah, the two of them really have been working hard, building a rapport in practice, and now you're starting to see some of those results out here on the field.
Feeds it to the back. And they get him at the 37. A pickup of a yard for the halfback.
Not very often in a game does a defender get a clean shot like that on a running back. Typically, the running back didn't see it coming to take that kind of a shot.
Play fake. Looks for a man open. Completed. He makes a great open field tackle. And that will be enough for the first down.
You know, it really wasn't a horrible call that time by the defense, but anytime you have to try and stop an offense like this in those medium yardage situations, you really have to come up in the coverage.
He lost yardage on the play. No one picked up the linebacker, and it cost them.
And when your defensive line can handle their guys up front and not allow the offensive linemen to get down on the linebackers, it really gives those linebackers a chance to look great.
They're going to pitch it. Stiff arms, and he's brought down. Jones only picks up about a yard there on the toss play.
And they really ran right into the blitz. That's a time that a veteran quarterback should have changed the play at the line of scrimmage. You could see the blitz coming. He didn't audible and only came away with a short gain.
Throws it short. There for the catch. He's brought down at the 49-yard line. 6 yards that time on the pass play.
Little out route against zone coverage. Typically, zone coverages will give you that almost all the time. They're more defending the deep pass.
Punts it. It'll go out at the 29. The Jets have a lot of standouts on defense. Let's take a look. Hands it to the back. He gets out to about the 32-yard line. 3 yards there.
Nice call there by the defensive coordinator, coming with the outside linebacker blitz, which really put some pressure on this group up front.
He's looking to throw. Surveys the field. Makes the reception. He's tackled right around the 36-yard line. Pretty good read on that play to find the open man.
And that's an area where he excels. He works his way through his progressions quickly and doesn't hesitate when he sees the receiver break free in coverage.
On the ground with a tailback. And he's drilled at the 38. Got a couple, but will still be short of the marker.
Great play by the defense. You always hear coaches talking about whoever gets lower. Get your pad level lower than the offensive lineman. That time this defensive line did exactly that.
Punts it, and he got a good one here from the 15. And he's decleated at the 30. They had to punt it away on their previous drive. The offense will take over at the 30. New York lines up in the offset eye this time. Play fake. He's running out of time. Nearly picked off. He should have had that one. The quarterback's just relieved that one wasn't picked off.
You're right, Tom. He knows he just got away with one there. That's a ball he should have never thrown.
Blue 45.
Down
Blue 45.
Downside.
Toby 32. Toby 32. Friday.
Give to the tailback. He is hit hard on the play. Maybe got a couple of yards, but that's about it.
Boy, he just took a shot on that one. As a running back, the last thing in the world you want is a short gain and a big hit.
Watch the ball. Overwatch, red man. Screen.
There's a play fake. Gets the pass away. The hit came just as he got the ball away.
And this quarterback's a pretty tough guy, but when you see those big guys running at you, it makes all the difference in the world.
Gets it away cleanly. Sproles takes it at the 28. Tackled around the 45-yard line. The defense could do no wrong the last time this team had the ball. They'll go to work at the 45. And they'll line this one up with two tight ends. Setting up play action. And it's completed. Makes a cut, and he will be hit and dropped. And that one's good for 5 yards through the air.
He'll take plays like that all day long.
One-man backfield. It appears someone jumped early.
Full start offense.
He needs to pay a little better attention to what he's doing out there.
I think those are just embarrassing. You go back to the huddle and you hang your head and you give it, I'm sorry. Sometimes those linemen look like little kids when they come back after penalties.
He drops back to pass. Gets rid of the ball. And the defender intercepts it. Excellent open field tackle. And the safety made a really nice play on the ball to grab that interception.
You know, this safety is known for his big hits, but that time it was his soft hands that made the difference.
Pennington with the give. Dropped behind the line. The defense seemed to do everything right there.
And you love to see those linebackers playing downhill like that, not just flowing sideline to sideline, but attacking and trying to get in the backfield.
The Jets come out in a single back formation. On play action, makes the grab. He's brought down at the 37. Nice little pickup on that pass pattern.
And I really shouldn't feel this way, but I get a little nervous every time this guy goes up to make a catch, you know, because he's had a little bit of a history of dropping some balls, but today doing a nice job hanging on and a big play there.
Passes on the move. No one can come up with it. That one didn't have much of a chance.
Yeah, he just rushed that throw that time. He had a guy wide open. I don't know why he tried to get the ball out of there so quickly.
Handheld televisions.
He gets it away. It'll go out at the 16-yard line. On his last drive, the quarterback completed a pass, but to the other team. Throwing another one could be disastrous to this offense. Little handoff. The defender gets him to the ground. A 10-yard gain. That'll bring up second down. Second down and very short coming up. Single set backfield.
Watch the switch. Here we go. Friday.
He drops back to pass. On the run, he throws it. And they get him right around the 44-yard line. That pass is good for a first down.
And he had some zip on that one, didn't he? He reared back and threw that one about as hard as he could.
San Diego is going with the offset eye backfield. And they motion a guy to the right. Setting up play action. He's there for the catch. He gets knocked out of bounds at the 41-yard line. 5-yard pickup on the play pass that time. They line up at the 41.
Here we go, team.
Offset I formation in the backfield.
Look, 45. Zero. That's all we got. I'm trying to get you over there, baby. Middle.
Gives to the back. He's dropped around the 37-yard line. 3-yard gain by the back. Short yardage situation here. They'll need a little less than a yard to convert.
Watch the run now. Watch the run. 48. 48. Other side.
He took a shot at the 41-yard line. They might need to have the doctor take a look at him after that one.
Well, it looks like he's okay, but I don't know how. He cannot keep taking shots like that. And I'll tell you another thing. This guy's a tough guy, but I don't care who you are. As a quarterback, you take hits like that, you start looking at the pass rush.
He punts it. It'll go out at the 20. Let's see if the offense can put something together on this drive.
Get that ball back. Back up. Touch. Big play, B. 388. Too hard on that. Touch. There we go. Let's go. Touch. Let's stop it right now.
Hands it off. He's tackled at about the 21. Maybe got a couple of yards, but that's about it.
Middle linebacker blitzed on that one, and you could see that the quarterback just didn't see it in time to audible out of that play. And let's give credit to the defense. They won that battle.
45. Scatter.
They keep it on the ground with the tailback. He gets out to about the 25-yard line. 3 yards there on the delayed handoff. They'll go from the shotgun. It's the tailback. He didn't get back to the line. Their defense did the job on that series.
Yeah, nice job by the defense there, but offensively, now you have to begin to wonder just a little bit. They go back to the sideline, and you start questioning the play calling to some degree.
Gets the punt away. Sproles fields it at the 40. Fumble on the play. Thomas picks it up.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. First down.
First down now and 10 to go. Ball on their own 32. One man in the backfield. Hands it to the back. They finally knock him out at the 41. He just made this defense look really bad.
And you can see a defense, when they get gouged for a big run like that, they all start looking around and thinking, whose gap was that? Who gave up that big a hole?
Brought down behind the line. 2-yard loss for the halfback.
I don't think the defense was fooled on that one. It was like they were sitting back in the huddle listening in.
Drops back to pass. He needs to get rid of it. And it's knocked down. Gates was the intended receiver, but they can't complete the pass. Third down and 12 to go. Ball on the 43-yard line. San Diego lines up in the offset eye this time. He's looking to throw. Fires it over the middle. Tackled at the 19-yard line. What happened there, Chris?
Well, they got caught in man-to-man coverage on that play, and I couldn't tell if the defender slipped a little bit or not. Maybe he just got beat on the play.
They line up at the 19.
Hey, don't get that ball out.
Tomlinson lines up as the single back. He'll get the call again. Brought down at the 16. Tomlinson gets 3 yards on the play. 1 man in the backfield. Back to throw. Short throw to the left. He's hammered in the backfield. Looks like about a loss of 3 on that one.
I don't think they fooled anybody on the defense with that one. They were just sitting out there waiting for it, and that's a loss.
Looking to throw. Rifles it to the right. Knocked down. And the pass was knocked away at the last minute.
Well, at the end of the game, you go back and you basically say what happened on 3rd down, and you have a pretty good indication of how that game came out. Good play by the defense.
And it splits the uprights. And we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. Kicks it off. He'll return it from the 3. Brought down at the 31. They couldn't do anything against this defense on their last drive, and they were forced to punt. They'll go from the I formation. Pennington gives it up the middle. Huge hit. Gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down now. The offense needs about 4 for the first. Goes through his read. Pass completed. He's dropped about the 43-yard line. A good play fake that time.
It really was. I didn't see it. I thought it was a run play. He pulled it out of there and came up with a nice game.
They keep it on the ground with the tailback. He's brought down at the 45. He got what he could, and it wasn't much. That brings up 2nd down. They line up at the 45. New York comes out with 3 receivers in a single back formation. Again with the carry. And they get him at the 47-yard line. 8-yard gain, and that makes it 3rd down. It's 3rd down and a yard for the first. Ball on the 47. And they'll run him again. He gets out to about the 45-yard line. I'm not sure he would have had that if it wasn't for that extra effort.
Yeah, a little guts, a little determination on that one. Those are the type of conversions you have to make if you're going to win football games.
Jones lines up as the single back. Brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 there. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 39-yard line. Jones, the lone back. He drops back to pass. Rolls right. And the pass is knocked away. An excellent job by the defense of disrupting that last play.
And that was really on the wide receiver. Not much of a route, very little separation, and gave the defense a chance to make that play.
Blue 45! Blue 45!
Looking to throw. Short throw. And he caught it. He's tackled at the 30s. Good yardage that time on the pass.
And how'd you like that throw by the quarterback? A little touch, a little lob in over the top, like an alley-oop in basketball.
Here's the give. Cuts back and he's dropped. The running back gets about a yard, maybe less. They'll face second down and 10. Ball on the 30. Hennington comes to the line under center. Single backfield this time. And they get him at the 28-yard line. Jones gains about 2 yards on the run. Hennington is in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers this time. He passes short. He's dropped around the 25-yard line. Well, the pass was completed. They'll still be short of the marker.
You know, I just don't like that stuff, Tom. I call that chicken offense. You know, you go out there and you act like you're afraid. You're afraid to throw an interception. You're afraid to go for it down the field. You just settle and you bring the punter out. I don't like that.
4th down. This one will be from 42 yards out. This would tie it. The set down. The kick is up. It's got the distance. And here's your drive summary for that last series. Kicks it off. And he'll return this one from the 7. Hit and dropped at the 25. The last time they took the field, they were able to come away with 3 points. Tomlinson lines up as the single back. The Chargers put a man in motion. Drops back on 1st down. Throws on the run. Picked off. At the 30. To the 20. And that one will now make 2 interceptions he's thrown in this first half.
Not exactly the way he was hoping to start this football game, but plenty of time still remains. He can get himself right back on track.
Drops back to pass. Short throw to the right. No completion. The quarterback avoids the blitz, but the ball will fall incomplete.
But the blitz really did the job that time. If you can make a quarterback move his feet, if you can make him a little uncomfortable, the timing of those deep routes are just thrown off.
Not much time to throw. He makes the catch. A lot of room to run. It came loose. The dive on the fumble. And the fullback coughs up the ball.
How can a guy that big cough up the football? That's ridiculous.
They'll get the ball here at the 12. 1st down now and 10 to go. Rivers with the give. Tackled right around the 18-yard line. That's a 7-yard gain, and that will bring up 2nd down. The Chargers line up with 2 tight ends. Rivers back to throw. Throws while on the run. He's tackled at about the 25-yard line. That was a decent gain there on the pass.
Yeah, no hesitation whatsoever. He hit that back foot, planted, threw the ball, knew exactly what he wanted to do.
Fakes the run. Rockets it. Pass is complete. Great open field tackle. A nice completion to the tight end.
I always thought tight ends were sort of like pacifiers for babies, you know, just about the time that you need a little security blanket, you know where to go.
Rivers hands off to the left. Brought down around the 46-yard line. Tomlinson picks up 5 yards with the carry. From their own 46-yard line. Rivers comes to the line under center. They'll come out in the single back formation. Play action. Throws it out. He makes another reception on the drive. He's brought down at the 40. And a nice pass to the tight end.
So much of the game today revolves around those substitution packages, trying to bring extra defensive backs on the field to try and help against the pass. But when you have a big receiving tight end, that really makes that plan awfully tough to execute.
Fakes to the back. And it's knocked down. The pass was deflected and swatted away by the defender.
I think the quarterback may have had to throw that ball a little sooner than he wanted to. The pressure was starting to get there.
San Diego sends a man in motion. Rivers looking to throw. Screen pass. He's dropped at the 31. A gain of 9 yards on the play. So that'll make it third down. Third down and a yard. And this is the 8th play of the drive. Rivers with the give. Brought down at the 19. Without a doubt, he showed off his incredible speed on that play.
You know, not only the top end speed, which is so impressive, but speed in and out of his cuts. That's the difference in a great running back. Anytime you can see a guy maintain that speed out of his cuts, that's a guy that has superstar ability.
And they'll run him again. And he will lose yardage on the play. I don't think the offense expected the safety to come up on the ball like that.
Well, you know the safeties are going to attack the line of scrimmage against the run, but you just don't expect them to get there so soon that they're going to make the tackle in the backfield.
Looks to pass. Rifles it right. Tipped pass and picked off. What a big-time play. I can't believe he hung on to it.
Well, we're going to have to quit using that old cliche about cornerbacks and defensive backs not being able to catch the football. That was some play that time.
First down, looking to throw. Dumps it out right. There for the reception. He gets knocked out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Second down now, 12 to go. Ball on the 36-yard line. Offset I formation in the backfield. Looks to pass. Looks down the field. Pennington will be sacked. I have to say they're going to have to protect the quarterback a little better than this, or it's going to be a long game for him.
You got to be kidding me. You can't keep letting your big money quarterback get hit like that. He's going to be out of the game. That's one of those situations the quarterback gets back in the huddle and he starts looking around at the guys like, you want to earn your paycheck today?
He throws on the run. It's dropped. And the pass will fall incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
And those are the kind of big third down plays you have to have on defense to get the ball back and give your team a chance on offense.
He punts it. They down it at the 1. Not much the return man can do there.
Yeah, he really did the right thing there. That's just to let it go, get out of the way, and really was just give the guy credit. It was a good kick, very fortunate bounce. The last thing in the world you want to do in that kind of a situation is to fumble the football, give it up, short field for the other team, and a quick score.
They go with the fullback. He's tackled at the 6. So that's a gain of about 5. That brings up second down. 2nd and 5 coming up here. Ball on their own 6. The Chargers come out with 3 wide receivers. Quarterback in the shotgun. Defense closing in. It's completed. He's pushed out around the 24-yard line, and that one will go for a first.
And really top-notch quarterbacks know how to throw a football in there without leading his receiver into trouble. That was a great throw.
Tomlinson takes the handoff. Stiff arms, and the defender still makes the tackle. They gain 5 yards there. That'll bring up second down. 3 wide receiver. Back to throw. Scans the field. Tackled at the 38. Great time for that type of pass. It worked to perfection.
And that was a nice job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback enough time to survey the field and find the open guy.
And they'll run him again. And he makes it out to about the 41-yard line. They get 3 yards on the play, and that will bring up second down. San Diego sets up in the I. Straight ahead with a fullback. And they get him at the 42. A 2-yard carry by the fullback.
Gain of 2.
3rd down now, 5 to go. San Diego lines up in the offset I this time. Sets up the play action. They don't hook up. Jackson was the intended receiver on the play, and it falls incomplete. It's 4th down. Looks like they're going to punt it away here. Washington is the return man. Gets his leg into it, and he got a huge punt here. And they'll down it at the 5. What a great punt to pin them deep.
When you go for a punt to pin a team deep in their own territory, the last thing you want to have happen is to have it end up in the end zone for a touchback, because it just is a letdown for the punt team. Now you've got them backed up inside the 10-yard line. Nice play.
Knocked out at the 19. I expected them to run it, but he just broke it for a big one.
Well, backed up like that, you expect a run to be called. What you don't expect is a big run like that. That is a big-time play right there by a tremendous running back.
Drops back to pass. Here's the throw. Makes the catch. He's brought down around the 33-yard line. A good play to the tight end that time.
And tight ends are so big that as coverage people, it's tough to figure out how to defend them. If you're on their left side, they throw it to their right side. If you're behind them, they throw it in front. Tight ends are tough to cover.
Oh, make a play. Let's get it. Come on, little hustle.
What a hit. I don't think he even saw that guy. And the halfback has nowhere to go. The Jets come out with the offset I.
Blue 45. Blue 45. Stay on side. Block 99 Philly.
Sets up the play action. Brings it in. He's dropped at the 43-yard line. There was a defender right in his face that time.
But that's why you do all those concentration drills as a receiver. You know you're going to catch it in a crowd. And as we always say, you're going to get hit anyway, you might as well catch it.
Come on, D.
They'll go with the run once again. He's tackled at the 44-yard line. Jones picks up a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 coming up here. Ball on their own 44. The Chargers bring in the nickel package. He fights forward to about the 46. Jones gains about a yard on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down with 8 yards to go. Ball on the 46.
Blue 45! Blue 45!
He drops back. He throws it, and he catches it. Tackled right around the 44-yard line. The defense just didn't match up well on that play.
Yeah, tough to match up one-on-one in man coverage against that wide receiver. He's pretty good.
Gives to the back. What a shot! 3-yard gain by the running back.
Man, oh man, that's what those defensive guys live for right there. A shot like that, and then they always get up and have a little something to say to you as you're going back to the huddle.
He'll get the call again. He's brought down at the 40. They get 2 yards.
Very effective call that time by the defensive coordinator, bringing the outside linebacker a terrific way to give your defense some help in stopping the run.
Looks to pass. Throws it short. Is there for the catch. Brought down right around the 34-yard line. Nice job getting that pass out of there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, smart play call that time by the offense. He could tell by the pre-snap read that short throw was going to be there, and he took advantage.
Here's the give. Hit and dropped behind the line. A great defensive effort there.
Did you see how fast that linebacker was on that one? Not only did he recognize it, but when he did recognize it, he had the explosiveness to get there.
Jones will run it again. Loose football. They keep control of the ball. He put it on the ground, but they were able to get it back.
And that was lucky. Anytime you're getting attacked by a defense and you put it on the ground, it is just nothing but pure luck to get it back.
He's looking to throw. Surveys the field. He makes another catch. And he dropped him in the open field. The 3rd down pass got them good yardage, but not quite enough to convert.
Yeah, that was a tough 3rd down situation. They got the good completion, a good gain on the play, but probably asking too much out of the receiver to try and break that many tackles to pick up that 1st down.
The kick is up. And right down the middle. I had my doubts about that kick.
Yeah, he just squeezed that one in there, didn't he? I'm sure he's going to be exhaling for about the next 30 seconds.
Decent kick. Cromartie has it at the 5. Brought down at the 29-yard line. They were forced to punt on their last drive. They'll set up shop at the 29-yard line. Offset I formation in the backfield. Tomlinson takes the give. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. Tomlinson picks up 5 yards with the carry. The backfield is in the offset I formation. Two minutes to go in the half. From their own 34-yard line. Drops back. Defense is getting pressure. deflected and broken up. The defender was able to get a hand on it.
And really, that came as a result of pretty physical play at the line of scrimmage. They're banging these guys around and not letting them get into their routes.
Drops back to pass. Makes the short throw. Tackled around the 44-yard line. That was a big-time play by the receiver.
And talking to this receiver earlier this week, he told me he had a lot of plays in the playbook, and he thought he was going to have a big day.
First down, looking to throw. Short pass. Comes down with it. They'll gain 4 on that pass play.
Good patience that time by the quarterback, just checking down to the underneath route, giving his guy a chance to make a play.
The Chargers come out with 3 wide receivers. Quarterback in the shotgun.
48. King's right. 48. Let's go, baby.
He throws right. And it's caught. He stopped behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, that's just great anticipation by the defense there. They saw that play coming and were all over it.
San Diego lines up with a split backfield. Rivers looking to throw. Fires it right. And he catches another. And they get him at the 36-yard line. And a great pass by the quarterback to convert for the first.
And what we're seeing out of this quarterback is a variety of throws. Yes, he has the ability to zip it in there when he needs to, but we've also seen some touch throws, a very complete repertoire.
On the run, he throws it. Brought down around the 34-yard line. He just couldn't make anything happen after bringing that one in.
And that play is really all about the closing speed on defense. They'll let you have the completion, but then they close quickly and make the play.
Looked for a seam, but he wasn't able to find anything.
And let's give credit to the defense. They had a great push there. They got in the backfield, took control of their own gaps.
Catch is made. Tackled at the 29-yard line. And that one was completed for a solid gain.
Solid gain, yes, but no first down on that play. So now it's going to bring up a decision on the part of the offense. Defensively, I think they executed that one exactly the way they wanted to.
The kick is away. Washington from the 6. Breaks a tackle. Brought down at the 31. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. They'll throw on first down. Moves to his right, and it's picked. He's dropped at the 31. Nice pick for the safety.
You could see the quarterback that time trying to look the safety off, but this safety is simply too smart. He was having none of it and jumped in front to make the interception.
Little handoff. He doesn't get back to the line. The offense had a tough time picking up all their blocks on that play.
You know, you can draw up any sort of protection scheme and blocking scheme that you want, but ultimately this game comes down to one big man against another big man, and that time the defense's big men, they won the battle.
Just a short, efficient throw that time.
Yeah, a true sign of patience on the offensive side. You let the play develop. You find the open receiver. Maybe he takes a look down the field. It's not there. Just go ahead and take that safe throw.
Rivers drops to throw. Knocks it away. The defender gets a hand on it, and that will bring up fourth down.
I don't know if that's the guy I want to pick on third down when you have to have a conversion. He is tough.
And he got plenty of distance on this one. And it splits the uprights. And now we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. Here's the kick. Miller fields it at the 2. Dropped at the 24-yard line. The quarterback leads his offense back onto the field after turning it over on their last drive. Hennington is under center. Single backfield. Hennington gives it left. He's dropped for a loss. That'll be it for the first half of play. Our halftime score is the Chargers 9, the Jets 6. Not a bad kick. Sproles from the 3. They get him at the 27-yard line. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. The Chargers line up with an offset I backfield. This one appeared to be on the offense.
Full start, offense.
And that one got him 5 yards.
Well, if you want to know why Pee Wee football coaches make you run a lap if you jump off sides, it's because it can really have a negative impact on your offense, just like that one.
He looks to throw on first down. Brings this one in. What an open field tackle. And he took advantage of a lapse in the coverage for a solid gain to the right.
Yeah, we see most quarterbacks in the game are more comfortable throwing to their open side or their right side. That time, the progressions were a fairly easy read. He found the first guy and took advantage.
Sets up the play action with the catch. And he made a great open field tackle. Nice pass and catch on that play that gets him a lot closer.
Yep, and that's really just the way they drew that one up. You take what the defense gives, looking to move the ball efficiently downfield with intermediate passes.
The defense has him surrounded. Completed. And they get him at the 46-yard line. A decent gain there on that pass.
Yeah, a little timing route there, and you really have to have faith as a quarterback to get that ball out of your hand quickly if you're going to play with that kind of touch on the ball.
Tomlinson gets it on the inside. He's tackled at about the 47-yard line. 2-yard pickup.
Well, that time the outside linebacker came on the run blitz. They got some penetration and shut down the play.
Rivers lines up under center. They'll come up in an I this time. Tomlinson gets the call. He's brought down at the 46-yard line. About 6 yards on the play. And so it'll be third down. One-man backfield. They'll throw for the first. There for the catch. Brought down at the 32-yard line. So on third down, he finds his receiver and gets a big gain.
Receivers who can make plays like that on third down tend to have nice, long careers.
They line up in the I formation. They go with the toss. He's going to be tackled for a loss. So the halfback loses about 2 on the run. Offset I formation in the backfield. Here's the halfback. Tackled at the 29-yard line. Tomlinson comes away with 5 yards on the carry. Facing another third down situation, they've converted 2 so far on this drive. Passes to his left. Out of bounds at the 30. And for as good of a catch as that was, this offense now has to deal with a 4th down. The kick is up, it's got the distance, and it splits the uprights. Here's a quick look at the drive summary. Kicks it off from the 5-yard line. Miller can't hang on to the ball. Kaysen picks it up off the ground to the 20. And he scores. What a play! And a costly fumble.
He was hit hard on that one, but you have to expect that on kick returns because you have guys flying 100 miles per hour in both directions.
It's good. The kick. He'll take it from the 2. At the 30. They get him at the 36-yard line. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports. Hennington sends a man in motion. He looks to throw on 1st down. Makes the reception. He's tackled around the 39-yard line. It's completed, but the defense appeared to be waiting for it. Not much there at all.
That's part speed and part anticipation by this defensive unit. They're always in great position, and you'll rarely see them get burned on passes like that.
Little handoff. Tackled right around the 38-yard line. It looks like they picked up a yard or maybe a little less. That'll bring up 3rd down. San Diego brings in their nickel package. Drops back, throws it, and it's completed. And they get him at the 48-yard line. That one worked pretty well.
It sure did, and I wish all our fans could see what's happening down the field on all our television broadcasts, because so much of the game now is won and lost in the secondary.
Jones left side. He didn't get back to the line. The defense just ate up that play.
Well, those defenders get paid too, and every once in a while they win the battle. Clearly that time they were all over this offensive line.
Again, he'll get the call. Brought down right around the 46-yard line. They get 3 yards on the play, and that makes it 3rd down. Hennington is under center. 3 receivers wide this time. He drops back. Throws on the run. Dropped an easy one. Oh my, the quarterback is lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, you try and fit some of those into some tight holes, and every once in a while you're going to get one pick, but that was a pretty good play by the defense.
Gets the punt away. This one's going to go out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. Gets the pass out. Makes the grab. What a hit! And a big catch by the tight end.
And I can tell you this, there's nothing that defensive backs hate more than to have one of those big tight ends in the open field running right towards them.
Back to pass. He's there for the catch. He's tackled at midfield. He shows no hesitation and gets it in there to get the 1st down.
Yeah, you wouldn't hesitate either if you were standing back there in the pocket. I say the heck with it. Get it out of there fast. Let somebody else handle it for a little while.
San Diego uses motion. Looks for a man open. Tips it away. What an effort out there. He just got his hands in there and broke it up.
I love watching the closing speed of this defense. When they see the ball, they go get it.
Tomlinson gets the carry. Brought down behind the line. 1 yard loss for the halfback. Third down now, they'll need 11. Ball on their own 49. Rivers is under center. They'll come out in the single back formation. All kinds of pressure. And he makes the tall grab. Not too bad a pass there.
Not too bad at all. And sometimes those little touch throws are actually more difficult than the bullet passes. Kind of hard to come up with the timing to hit the receiver right in stride, but that was well thrown.
From the 27-yard line. San Diego sets up in the eye. Back to throw. Dumps it out right. Goes out of bounds right around the 22-yard line. Gates gains 4 yards on that reception. He drops back. Short throw to the left. They'll get in for the touchdown. Great effort to come down with that one.
Yeah, that really is not an easy catch right there, but boy, did he sure make it look like it was.
This should add the extra point. Here's the kick. Extra point is good. And we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. He kicks it off. Miller from the 8. They get him at the 31. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. Gives it off. He's dropped at the 44-yard line. After that run, they might want to give him the ball a few more times.
I agree. It looks like the defense is a little tired out there. Whatever the case, they're having a tough time now stopping the run.
Setting up play action. Pass completed. You can tell these guys practice that play quite a bit.
Yeah, I can remember hearing stories about old-time players in the NFL that literally they could go out in the pitch black and make throws and catches without really even seeing the ball. That's the kind of timing we're seeing today.
Pennington hands it left. He's brought down at the 37. They get 2 yards. That brings up second down. The Jets line up with an offset eye backfield. Looked like someone might have jumped.
Full start, offense.
He moved a little early on that one.
I used to always think that offensive linemen should go to the line of scrimmage and hold up either one finger or 2 fingers and look down when they get confused.
He drops back. Looking for an open man. Tackled at the 36-yard line. Short pattern results in a completion for the offense.
You know, that's not one of those plays that's a huge gain by any means, but that's really the essence of an offensive game plan. You have to start hitting some of those short intermediate routes, and that begins to open everything else up.
Back to pass. Dumps it out left. Brought down at the 29-yard line. They were able to complete the pass on the play, but they'll still end up short of the first down.
And it's really up to the receiver in that situation to try and split the defenders. He has to find a way to duck a shoulder, to roll his head, to do something to, yes, they got the tackle, but they got it while I was still moving forward and able to pick up the first down.
Kick is up, and he got all of this one. And here's your drive summary for that last series. And here's the kick from his own goal line. Hit and dropped at the 23. And they take the field with one thing on their mind, another scoring drive. The backfield is in the offset I formation.
Come on, baby. Blue 45. Blue 45. Let's go. Left. Goes left over the right. Let the hook it.
He's brought down at the 24-yard line. So at the most, he gains a few inches, and that will bring up second down. Only one man back.
Here we go, baby. Green 88. Green 88. Regular.
He's dropped at the 31. Tomlinson picks up about 7 yards on the run. Third down now, they'll need a couple of yards to convert for a first down. Out of the I formation.
Watch the ball. 48. Here we go. Rolls.
Strong throw, and it's intercepted by the backer. Tackle around the 39-yard line. Great catch by the linebacker, not a smart throw from the quarterback.
You know, it's hard to believe that you can lose a guy that big, but sometimes those linebackers dropping underneath in coverage, quarterbacks just don't see him, and he threw it right to him.
He fakes it. It's picked off. Well, he looked like he was in the right place at the right time.
Unless you're the quarterback, then he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
First and 10. Ball on their own 43. San Diego goes with the ace set here.
Green 88. Green 88. Come on, y'all. Watch those quick out. Come on, lock them down.
Setting up play action. Scans the field. Caught out of bounds, incomplete. The receiver was out of bounds when he made the catch.
Not a perfectly timed throw that time. Held on to it just a little too long and led the receiver out of bounds.
What's that screen out here? Just do it like a tight. Touch. Come on. 48. Move up. 48. Screen here, Quan. Screen.
He drops back. Throws while on the run. He's dropped in the open field. He gunned that one in there for the first down, didn't he?
He really did, and when you watch a guy throw a ball that hard, they don't move their arm any faster. You see him driving off that back leg. That was a pretty pass.
Tomlinson gets the call. Brought down at about the 41. The halfback gets the ball and picks up 5. Second down and 5. Ball on the 42-yard line. They'll go from the I formation. He'll get the call again. He fights forward to about the 39. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry. From the 39-yard line. San Diego is going with the offset I backfield. Fakes the run. And he caught it. And they get him at the 36-yard line. Good call to not force anything downfield.
Yeah, the defense had that pretty well covered, but the quarterback made a smart decision, dumped it out of there, and picked up the first down.
San Diego lines up in the offset I this time.
Come on, D.
Looks to pass. Passes to his left. He's dropped at the 22. Some smart football by the quarterback on that last play, and he's now up over 300 yards passing for the game.
And this offensive line's been getting it done with pass protection. I don't care who you have playing quarterback. If that guy's back there getting hit, it is awfully tough to throw for 300 yards.
Tackled around the 17-yard line. That's 100 yards rushing for the day.
He's got a great center of gravity, so to tackle him, you better wrap him up. Otherwise, you're going to get run over.
Tomlinson is the deep back as they line up in the eye. Sets up the play action. Throws it short. Out of bounds, incomplete. The quarterback led the receiver just a little too much.
Yeah, he put a little too much on that pass and forced the receiver to make the catch out of bounds.
San Diego is going with the offset eye backfield. He drops back. Not much time to throw. It'll be 1st and goal. Everything seemed to work perfectly on that one.
And that's a pattern that this team likes to run. You know they've been studying that all week on film, and yet they still can't stop it.
Blue 45! Blue 45! Get on, baby, get on! Turn! Right, close right! Wide,
Handoff on the draw. And they get him at the 7. Nothing doing on the halfback delay. The offense sets up 7 yards away. 2 tight end set. Man in motion. Drops back to pass. He's running out of time. Pass is complete. And that one worked just like they drew it up.
You have to be careful with this offense not to pay too much attention to those great receivers on the outside. Sometimes those tight ends can really be a problem. Boy, did that pay off big.
It's good. And now we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. The kick is away. Washington fields it at the 1. They can't bring him down. Dropped at the 29-yard line. Quarterback threw a pick on their last drive. Let's see if he's able to shake it off. 1st down, 10 to go. Hennington is under center. Single backfield. He throws on the run. He's brought down at the 45. That's a 1st down right there. Might want to play them a little tighter, maybe even go to man coverage.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to play a zone coverage against this quarterback. He does a great job in recognition, and that time you could see him move the zone defense just a little with his eyes before he threw it in there.
They give it to the tailback. He's tackled at the 47-yard line. Jones gains about 2 yards on the run.
Ouch. You take too many shots like that as a running back, you start peeking around a little bit before you get that football.
Tango off the top. Tango off the top. Reload.
Looking to throw. Looks down the field. Can't complete it. Hotchery was the intended receiver, but they can't complete the pass. They'll bring in the dime looking for the pass.
48. Let's go get it. Numbers.
He's looking to throw. And the defense has a heavy rush. Cromartie has the interception. And chalk up another one for this defense.
3 picks on the day, and every time you think this offense is starting to get it going, they turn it over again.
I formation here.
Blue 45. Blue 45. Let's go now. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Get the ball out.
Little handoff. Brought down at the 44-yard line. he might have gotten a yard at best.
And Tom, that was because the defense filled up all the gaps. The back was looking for somewhere to run, but by bringing the run blitz, they took away all the holes and stopped them for a minimal gain.
He drops back to pass. There for the reception. Tackled at the 47-yard line. The defense was coming with a heat on that play.
But you'd never know it if you were watching the quarterback. He stood in there strong, completely relaxed, and made that defense pay that time.
First down, looking to throw. Passes left. He goes up high for the catch. Nice pass play.
It really was in the 80s that we first started seeing offenses throwing the ball to the fullback. You know, for so many years, those guys were just big blockers.
Right. Hit him in the mouth. Blue 45. Hard count. Scatter. Let's hit him in the mouth. Come on, man. Read 2 minutes.
There's a play fake. It's completed. And they get him right around the 24-yard line. Nothing wrong with that pass. That goes for a good gain.
You know, and when you talk to some of these receivers, they say the real strength of this quarterback is that he throws a very, very catchable ball.
Looks to pass. Looking for a receiver. He catches another. Brought down around the 8-yard line. Another positive gain, and that gives him 100 yards receiving for the game.
And you know, it's not just a couple of routes that he runs well. That's what makes him so tough. He can run the good underneath routes, but he can also take you over the top as well, so you have to give him those little throws.
They hand it off again. He's dropped at the 3. The halfback gets the ball and picks up 5. The defense is backed up against their own end zone here. And now we'll see who can get the bigger push.
Touch the back. Here we go. What's the call? Pony. We start to run first.
Another touchdown to add to this already huge lead. Perfect play call to go with a run in that situation.
And that's just one of those plays where the coach said, show me that you want it a little bit more than the other guy, and that time the back just powered his way in there.
Set down. The kick is up. In the 4th, with better than 12 minutes to go, our score, the Chargers 40, the Jets 9. And here's the kick. Taken at the 5. Dropped at the 32-yard line. The quarterback and his receiver were clearly not on the same page last time, and it led to an interception. The backfield is in the offset I formation.
Blue 45. Let's go.
Gives it off. And they get him around the 38-yard line. Jones picks up about 7 yards on the run. They'll need about 3 yards here on second down. San Diego brings in the nickel here.
Alert run.
Looks to pass. Hayson knocks it away. Smith was the intended receiver, but the pass fell incomplete. The offense needs about 3 yards to get the first here on third down.
Touch, red man. Blue 45. Come on, D. Let's go. Blue 45. Go, baby. Come on. Hey, let's go. Touch. Regular. Touch.
It's a pass on 3rd and short. He rolls right. Makes the catch. Brought down right around the 48-yard line. How about the nice touch on that ball?
Deft touch that time by a quarterback who really is known more for his arm strength.
The Jets line up in an I formation. Another run. He'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That's what you call a great individual effort.
Yeah, it really just throws you off rhythm to have a play that gains nothing. You know, you're going to get something, 2, 3, 4 yards, and it keeps you in that rhythm. But when a defense makes a play like that, it really throws your offense off.
He throws it, brings it in. Tackled at the 44-yard line. The completed pass goes for a gain of 7. Here's a 3rd and 3. Pennington is in the shotgun. He has 5 receivers split out wide.
Block 99 Philly!
And they'll try and get the first through the air. And they get him at about the 35-yard line. Nice little pitch and catch with the wideout.
Patience for a wide receiver is just so key. He's able to manipulate that defense, set them up one play, come back with the exact same look, and break off of it the next. Beautifully run.
Let's get off this field now.
Jones runs a counter. He lost yardage on the play. The defense got the job done on that play.
Really impressive play that time by this defensive line. It wasn't just one guy, but every guy up front just dominating their guy at the point of attack.
Blue 45!
Looking to throw. Short throw to the right. He's dropped right around the 32-yard line. Good read of the defense on that pass play.
Yeah, and throws like that really settle a quarterback down. It's all about getting into the flow of a game, and you can see he's getting comfortable now.
They'll bring him the dime, looking for the pass.
Stay down, stay down.
Green 88! Green 88! Friday!
Regular.
He drops back to pass. Rifles it out there. Defense pushes him out of bounds at the 23. A good amount of yards that time on the pass.
And running backs who are good receivers are pretty rare. You know, a lot of times those guys, they come out and they're good running the football, but they don't make the kind of plays in the passing game. This guy can clearly do both.
He's looking to throw. Goes through his read. Intercepted. And just a great interception by the cornerback.
You might want to start thinking about trying to pick on that guy. We've seen all day he has simply been quicker to the spot than the wide receivers coming into his area.
Hey, never quit, fellas.
Manu Maliuna motioning to the left.
Get ready. Tiger.
Rivers hands it off. He gets to about the 24-yard line. A 9-yard pickup by the halfback on the counter play. From their own 24-yard line. Tomlinson is the lone setback. 3 receivers in the formation.
Turbo, Simba, peel one single.
Let's go. We need to make a play.
Left.
Kodiak. Right. Left.
Gives to the back. Hit hard at the 24-yard line. Picked up maybe a foot or two. That'll bring up 3rd down. It's 3rd down now, just about the length of the football away from the first down marker.
Regular.
Green 88! Green 88! Hey, come on!
Let her lead.
Get your hands up front.
Hit and dropped behind the line. He tries to wriggle away, but he's stopped for a loss.
But Tom, the offensive line just didn't get any push there. They've got to do a better job knocking those guys off the line of scrimmage.
Cyphers punts it, and he really got a leg into this one. Washington takes it at the 33. It'll be interesting to see how this quarterback reacts after throwing an interception on his last drive.
Hey, let's make some plays now.
The Chargers line up with a nickelback.
Wow. Under center. 48. Crack. Yo. Keep playing, fellas. Watch the flank.
Little handoff. Brought down at the 37. Gain of less than a yard. That'll bring up 2nd down. They line up at the 37.
Come on, G.
San Diego is protecting against the pass. They're in the dime.
Blue 45. Watch draw.
Drops back. Dumps it out left. And they get him at the 42. He delivered a nice throw on that drop back, completing it for a pretty good gain.
You know, there aren't many guys who work any harder than this guy, both in the offseason and during the week of practice. He isn't the most physically gifted quarterback I've ever seen, but you can tell the time he puts in the film room, in the weight room, and he understands the game of football.
He's tackled at about the 33-yard line. What an interception by the cornerback.
You know, some of these corners are just freakish athletes right now. Oftentimes, they're the best athletes on the field. Maybe they don't have the skill set, great hands, great moves, whatever, but they are definitely among the fastest in the NFL.
Play fake. Throws short. And he catches it. He gets knocked out of bounds at the 31. Gain of 4 on that play action pass. It's second down, 6 to go. Ball on the 31. The backfield is in the offset I formation. Here's the give. Dropped behind the line. It looked as if the offensive line just collapsed.
And it looked like this defensive line just beat them off the snap. Sometimes those guys can time out the quarterback's cadence, and if the quarterback doesn't start changing that snap count, his offensive line is going to really struggle.
Is there for the catch. Tackled around the 22-yard line. Oh boy, that's a nice play on third down.
Clutch play by the receiver that time on third down. As a receiver, you really have to just flat out want the ball in that situation. You can tell that this guy really does.
Let the belly flip. Let's go. Come on, guys. Roger.
They give it to the tailback. And they get him at about the 19-yard line. Tomlinson comes away with about 2 yards on the draw play. 2nd and 8 coming up here. Ball on the 20-yard line. The Chargers line up with an offset I backfield. Short pass to his left. Comes down with it. Brought down at the 16-yard line. 4-yard gain on that play fake. The Chargers line up with 2 tight ends. Sets up the play action. And it's caught. They bring him down, and it's 1st and goal. Good pickup by the receiver.
And we've always talked about this receiver's big play ability. He may not be the fastest guy in the league, but you can tell he wants the ball in his hands in big situations.
Play action. He throws right. He doesn't get back to the line. They lose 3 yards on that one.
He just couldn't make anything happen after he brought it in. Good job by the defense.
Offset I formation in the backfield.
Don't make this run, baby. Hey, rush. Hey, gap.
There's a play fake. And they got him. And the blitz created tremendous pressure.
Yeah, anytime you blitz, you're gambling. Essentially what you're saying is that I think my guys can get to the quarterback before my man coverage breaks down in the secondary. That time, a great job executing the blitz. They got there.
They hand it off. He's tackled around the 13-yard line. And that will bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's just a big run stop right there. You have a very proud defensive line that was just going to take control of that situation.
And he makes it. He put that one right through the upright. Here's a quick look at the drive summary. Kicks it off. Washington takes it from the 6. Still moving. He's tackled at the 28-yard line. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports.
Viking Blizzard. Tennessee. 388. Turbo. Hut. Fargo. Zebra. Come on, D.
1st down, looking to throw. Catch is made. And they get him around the 44-yard line. A decent pickup on the pass play.
Yeah, and that's frustrating for a defense. They had good coverage on the play. The receiver just found a way to catch that one.
3 wide receivers on the field, the quarterback in the shotgun. Looking to throw. Throws it short. Brings this one in. The defense was right there for the stop on the play, not much of a gain at all.
Yeah, let's give a little credit to the coaching staff on that play. You talk all the time about film study and preparation and knowing what the other team is trying to do to you. That time the defense was all over it.
Batted away. Smith was his intended target on that one, but they can't complete the pass. From their own 45-yard line. The Jets come out in the shotgun. There are 3 receivers wide.
Green 88. Green 88. Hold on.
Baker motions to the left side. Looks to pass. Short throw to the right. Brought down at the 49-yard line. Despite the great effort, it will still bring up 4th. Graham can pin them deep in their own territory with a good punt here. Gets his leg into it, and he got a huge punt here. The ball will go into the end zone for a touchback. The offense was only able to muster a field goal on their last drive. We'll see what they do with this possession. Tomlinson on the handoff. And he's hammered at the 20-yard line. Nice stop on that play.
Yeah, great defense at the point of attack, but also very impressive the pursuit to the ball. They were all coming there.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
2 minutes left in the ball game.
I got you. We leave it all out there. Sorry, man. It's coming.
So they'll face a 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 20.
Right, left. Hey, watch the sideline.
Green 88. Green 88.
Right.
They keep it on the ground with the tailback. He's dropped for a loss. Big-time play by the defensive end.
Yeah, and we know defensive ends are probably some of the most athletic guys in the league, and typically you think about them getting after the quarterback, but that time he used his athleticism to make a big stop in the run.
3-7 fullback gap. Here we go, baby. Watch a hard count.
What that screen on here? This dude right here tight.
Screen here, Twan, screen.
Nickel.
Turn over, D. Right.
Let's go left.
Jam free. Right. Close right.
Now.
Fakes to the back. Gets the ball away with the catch. He's dropped right around the 32-yard line. Another solid game through the air by the quarterback. He's up over 400 yards now.
And you can almost see the smoke coming out of the back of the ball when he throws it. This guy has plenty of velocity. We talked to some of the receivers and sort of joking around about, oh, come on, you can catch the ball. You got the gloves. You got all the stuff. And one of them laughed and said, hey, you try it. This guy brings it.
Solid, close left. Left, 21. Hut. Reload. Let's go right.
Dre's line. Hey, what's the wagon? Regular. Hey, pick 6 right here, pick 6. ADO.
Throws it. Completed. And they get him at the 47-yard line. He made the right read on that pass.
Nice play that time by the quarterback. You know, we talk about progressions and going from one receiver to the next, but this quarterback is doing a great job in the pre-snap read, knowing who the first guy will be and getting him the football.
It's a loose ball. Gates gets his hand on it and scoops it up. This one will finally be over. Our score, the Chargers 43, the Jets 9.
Lambeau Field, one of the most historic stadiums in all the league, and sometimes host to some of the coldest weather conditions we have seen, will be our site for this one between San Diego and Green Bay. And now to Tom Hammond and Chris Collinsworth for the game. Tom?
And this game is now underway. We couldn't have asked for a better day for football as we get ready for today's game. Welcome, everyone. Tom Hammond and Chris Collinsworth here with a call. You always want to have a successful first drive. It really sets the tone for the whole game offensively. Let's see how they do here. Well, get your bowl of popcorn, your favorite beverage, get settled in. We're just about ready for the opening kick. Drops back on first down. There for the catch. He's brought down around the 44-yard line. He's not afraid of throwing into this secondary.
And this guy's just proof positive that you don't have to have one of those rocket arms to play in the National Football League. As long as you have good accuracy and good timing, you can make winning plays.
They'll throw on first down. Throws out right. Stiff arms, and he's brought down. Nice pass play.
It really was in the 80s that we first started seeing offenses throwing the ball to the fullback. You know, for so many years, those guys were just big blockers.
He's looking to throw. On the run, he throws it. He's tackled at the 28-yard line. Pretty good gain right there.
You have so many people on this offense that you have to account for. The tight ends, the wide receivers, the running backs, even the quarterbacks. And now they're throwing to the fullback. That's almost not fair.
Tomlinson gets the call. He didn't get back to the line. He was caught with nowhere to go.
This is a pretty good running back, and if you can hem him up like that, pretty impressive.
Two tight end set. Setting up play action. Makes the reception. And he's knocked out at the 21-yard line. A pickup of about 7. That'll bring up third down. They line up in a one-back set. He throws left, and it's completed. Excellent open field tackle. Nice heads-up play by the quarterback.
I agree. I like the way he stepped up and delivered that throw. He just simply is taking what the defense is giving him.
Let's go, baby. Get the ball out. Blue 45. Tiger.
Little handoff. And they get him around the 14-yard line. They pick up 2 yards.
Tom, that was a run blitz on that play. They brought the middle linebacker effectively, filling all the gaps, and there was simply nowhere for the running back to go.
Again with the carry. Brought down behind the line. A great defensive effort there.
Did you see how fast that linebacker was on that one? Not only did he recognize it, but when he did recognize it, he had the explosiveness to get there.
Man in motion. Rivers dropping back. Looking for an open man. Hasn't missed yet on this drive. He ran a clean route, and the quarterback got it to him with a good pass. First down.
And you can tell there's a lot of confidence between these two guys. The quarterback has faith in these tough situations to go to that receiver and make big plays.
Passes to the end zone. He came down with it. Touchdown. The back made a nice grab for the score.
Well, I don't think the halfback was the first read on that play, but let's give the quarterback credit. He went through his progressions and found the right guy.
Point after is good. And we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. Decent kick. Fielded at the 4. They get him at the 28-yard line. And their offense will come onto the field for the first time in this game, already down a touchdown. The Packers come to the line with their jumbo package. And he will lose yardage on the play. The offensive line didn't get much of a push on that play, and the runner was stuffed.
Well, that's what happens when defensively you get every gap covered. There is simply nowhere to go with the football. No chance for the running back that time.
Zebra. Here we go, Jim.
Play fake. Hart knocks it away. Not the best pass, Chris. The throw went right into coverage. What was he thinking?
I don't think that he was, Tom. It was one of those where the brain cells went off, and he's lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Surveys the field. Almost intercepted. And it'll be 4th down following the pass deflection.
Just terrific play by the defense. They followed the quarterback's eyes, made a quick jump on the ball, and were all over that one.
They get this one off, and it's a great kick. Sproles takes it at the 32. Stiff arms, and the defender still makes the tackle. They were able to score through the air the last time they had the ball. Let's see what they planned for this drive. The Chargers line up with 2 tight ends. Looks down the field. He's got to find a way to hold on. What a play by the defender.
And the quarterback really caught a break on that one, that wasn't intercepted.
Rivers steps to the line of scrimmage. Only one man back here. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. He's brought down at the 49-yard line. Tomlinson gets around 3 on that halfback draw. 3 wide receivers. Sproles on the handoff. It appears to be short. That series has to be disappointing for the coaching staff.
Yeah, their poor defense didn't even have time to go over and get a glass of water. All of a sudden, the punter's back on the field, and the defense has to go play again.
They get this one off, and it's a great kick. Down in the end zone for a touchback. The defense played exceptionally well the last time this offense had the ball. They line up in the I formation. Rodgers calls for motion left. Looking to throw. Throws on the run. He's tackled at the 30. That one worked just as they drew it up.
Good pass, good catch, I agree. Sometimes there's really nothing you can do as a defense to stop a well-executed pass play.
He's hammered in the backfield. Tried to find something, but there wasn't anything there for him.
Yeah, not anything at all. And as a running back, you're probably going back to the huddle going, guys, a little help, please?
Luke 45! Luke 45! Come on, little hustle,
They hand it off. Loose ball. He scoops it up.
Terrible.
And that was not a good time for a fumble.
Well, there's really never a good time for a fumble, but you can tell that he just got sloppy with that football. He broke down on his fundamentals, and he gave it up.
Defense is getting pressure. Oh, and he drops. The defender got there in time to break that play up.
He did. He was able to get his hands on the ball, but if he had missed that one might have turned into a really big play.
Keep playing. 48.
Back to pass. Scans the field. Tomlinson was the intended receiver on the play, and it falls incomplete.
Third down.
3rd and 10. Shotgun formation.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
Drops back to pass. Passes to his left. Brought down at the 21. Good gain through the air, but they're still short of the first down.
Yeah, and if the receiver would have reached the ball out a little bit more, he probably would have been able to pick up the first down there. On a good gainer like that, you just can't allow yourself not to know where those chains are. Could have made that play.
The snap, set down, the kick is up,
The field goal attempt.
and here's your drive summary for that last series. Here's the kick. He's hammered at the 31. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game.
Wide. Trent, you all right? Hey, move that. Scatter.
Here's the halfback. He gets out to about the 32-yard line. That's a 1-yard pickup. That brings up 2nd down. It's 2nd down and 9 to go. Ball on the 32-yard line. The backfield is in the offset I formation. Green Bay motions right. Nice play fake. He rolls right. Makes the grab. And he just got hammered. They pick up solid yardage there.
And I love to watch this wide receiver work. He is so patient with his routes. He gets down low into his cuts, and he really understands what the defense is trying to do to take him away, and he is working them over.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice job of the running back as they pick up a gain of 8. 2nd down now, 2 yards to go. Green Bay is going with the offset I backfield. Rodgers sends a man in motion.
Blue 45. Keep playing, fellas. Zebra.
Dropped behind the line. Nice stop on that play.
Yeah, great defense at the point of attack, but also very impressive the pursuit to the ball. They were all coming there.
Green 88.
Drops back to pass. Looking for an open man. He's there for the catch. And he's knocked out at the 28-yard line. Great time for that type of pass. It worked to perfection.
And that was a nice job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback enough time to survey the field and find the open guy.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
Again with the carry. He's dropped around the 22-yard line. They call his number, and he carries for 6 yards. 2nd and 4 coming up here. Ball on the 22-yard line. Green Bay comes out with an I formation.
Green 88. Green 88. Let's get it right here. Black 99 Philly.
He's going to be tackled for a loss.
With the tackle.
Nothing doing. They stop him for a loss.
And I really like the discipline of this defense. You never see these guys trying to do too much. They control their gaps, and that time there was nowhere to go.
48.
Back to pass. Throws a bullet. And he made a great open field tackle. On 3rd and long, they get the first down, but it was close.
That's just great offense right there. Anytime you have a 3rd and long situation and you can execute a play like that for a first down, I don't care how close it is still 1st and 10.
Rodgers back to pass. He's been perfect on this drive. Pass completed. Tackled at the 9. Nice little pickup on that pass pattern.
And I really shouldn't feel this way, but I get a little nervous every time this guy goes up to make a catch, because he's had a little bit of a history of dropping some balls, but today doing a nice job hanging on and a big play there.
He got decleated. That was a designed quarterback draw, and it results in a loss of around 2. They line up in an I. Gives it off. And they're not going to get it. Great stop. Got a couple, but will still be short of the marker.
Great play by the defense. You always hear coaches talking about whoever gets lower. Get your pad level lower than the offensive lineman. That time this defensive line did exactly that.
Here's the kick. And it splits the uprights. And now we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. The kick. Sproles takes it at the 4. And he's drilled. What a hit. He did a good job finding the seam on that return.
Yeah, he found an opening and darted right through it, and that return is going to set up this offense with some really good field position to start the drive.
Tomlinson on the give. They tackle him for a loss. There was no way that defensive end was letting him go by.
Really impressive play that time by this defensive line. It wasn't just one guy, but every guy up front just dominating their guy at the point of attack.
Looking to throw. Passes it. And he caught it. And they get him at the 50. There was a defender right in his face that time.
But that's why you do all those concentration drills as a receiver. You know you're going to catch it in a crowd, and as we always say, you're going to get hit anyway, you might as well catch it.
On play action. Pass is complete. He's tackled at the 38. A nice completion to the tight end.
I always thought tight ends were sort of like pacifiers for babies, just about the time that you need a little security blanket, you know where to go.
Keep your eyes open. Zebra, zebra. Regular.
Rivers will look to throw. Strong throw to his right. Threw it right to him, but he can't hang on. An excellent job by the defense of disrupting that last play.
And that was really on the wide receiver. Not much of a route, very little separation, and gave the defense a chance to make that play.
Tosses it out. He's dropped for a loss. No one picked up the linebacker, and it cost them.
And when your defensive line can handle their guys up front and not allow the offensive linemen to get down on the linebackers, it really gives those linebackers a chance to look great.
Drops back to pass. He's laying it out there. Almost picked. The pass was deflected and swatted away by the defender.
I think the quarterback may have had to throw that ball a little sooner than he wanted to. The pressure was starting to get there.
They get this one off, and it's a great kick. So this one goes into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And they take the field again, looking to capitalize on their previous drive, which resulted in a field goal. Green Bay comes out with 2 tight ends.
New 45. New 45. Let's go.
Rodgers hands it off straight ahead. He's brought down at the 21. The running back gets about a yard, maybe less. 4 wide receivers set.
Let's go, guys. Come on. Green 88. We're talking about green. Green 88.
What a brutal hit. It looks like they picked up a yard or maybe a little less.
And Tom, that was because the defense filled up all the gaps. The back was looking for somewhere to run, but by bringing the run blitz, they took away all the holes and stopped them for a minimal gain.
Right. Reload. Link out, guys. Let's do it.
He drops back to pass, surveys the field, there for the reception. Brought down at the 24-yard line. And that reception won't be enough to move the chain.
Well, you really can't ask any more out of a defense on that one. They kept the play in front of them, came up and made the tackle. Good play, and they're off the field.
Punts it, and he got a good one here. Sproles takes it at the 32. Tackled at about the 33-yard line. I'm sure they would have liked to have gotten a little better return out of him there.
Yeah, that certainly wasn't one of his best efforts there. Maybe if he would have gotten a little more help from his blockers, he could have broken one out of there. You know, sometimes it just takes one good block to create a seam to get one up the field.
And they get him right around the 34-yard line. The misdirection play gets a yard at the most. The Chargers line up with 3 wide.
Watch the ball. Green 88. Green 88. Watch the fake. Live.
Short throw to the left. Knocked out at the 39-yard line. That play fake is good for a gain of a handful. Third down now, 5 to go. Ball on their own 39. Rivers comes to the line under center. 2 tight ends this time. Rivers sends a guy in motion to the right. Sets up the play action. Looks for a man open. It's completed. He's tackled at the 48-yard line. No trouble airing it out. That gives him 100 yards already.
Not a bad first quarter, huh? And before the game, this quarterback was telling me his arm felt great in practice all week, so we'll see how he holds up for the remainder of the game.
Offset I formation in the backfield.
Under. Green 88. Friday.
Gives it off. He gets to about the 41-yard line.
I really don't know what else to say about LaDainian Tomlinson. This guy is obviously one of the best football players in the game today, one of the best in the history of the game because of his ability to make moves in small areas. When you watch him run, especially watching from behind, his ability to make people miss in the hole is simply phenomenal. There's only been a handful of guys like him in the history of the league.
Gets the call.
They keep it on the ground, and the halfback gains about 7 yards. They'll need about 3 yards here on second down. Single back formation. Tomlinson takes it up the middle. Brought down around the 28-yard line. That was a good effort by the back to pick up the first.
And as a play caller, when you see a successful running play like that, it makes you a little more confident to call it the next time.
Looks to pass. Short pass to his left. Makes the catch. The defense was right there for the stop on the play, not much of a gain at all.
Yeah, let's give a little credit to the coaching staff on that play. You talk all the time about film study and preparation and knowing what the other team is trying to do to you. That time the defense was all over it.
Rivers is looking to stay perfect on this drive. Brings it in. Hit hard at the 18-yard line. Chambers picks up 7 yards with that catch. It's third down now, just about the length of the football away from the first down marker. Gates is the motion man. And they'll run him again. And they didn't get it. He just didn't have a whole lot of blocks to work with on the counter.
And you have to be able to get that counter play going. When the penetration gets there and it forces those offensive linemen to go back just a little bit deeper, it throws off the timing of the entire play.
Right down the middle. Nice work putting that one right through the uprights. Here's a quick look at the drive summary. Not a bad kick. Williams from the 4. They get him at the 24-yard line. They could do nothing against this defense on their previous drive. The Packers come out in the ace formation.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
Rodgers will look to throw. Throws it deep down the left side. Bad luck as he drops. A great play by the defense to knock the ball away.
And these defenders have been close all day. You better be careful if you're the quarterback. One of those is going to turn into an interception.
Blue 45. Blue 45. Big play, D. Come on, let's go.
Give to the tailback. He's dropped at the 26-yard line. So a gain of about 1, and so it'll be 3rd down. The defense lines up with 5 defensive backs. Looking to throw. Throws while on the run. Goes out of bounds around the 30-yard line. Good pass and catch, but it won't be enough to convert.
I always have to snicker a little bit when I see a pass play like that. I can almost hear John Madden talking about, how can you pick up the first down when you complete the pass short of the sticks? What are they thinking about? And he's just so right.
Sproles takes it at the 28. Tackled at about the 29-yard line. They really did a good job keeping him contained on that one.
Boy, he hardly had any room to do anything there. They've got to come up with a better scheme or some better blockers or something. This guy's a good punt returner. He's just not getting any help at all from his teammates.
Tomlinson gets the call. He's tackled around the 31-yard line. That may be a couple of feet.
And that's why you send all those guys to plug up the holes, and that time there were no holes, really, and he was lucky to get anything on the play.
Brought down at the 35. Tomlinson gains about 5 yards on the run. Rivers lines up in the gun. He has 3 receivers in the formation. Not much time to throw. And he's out right around the 34-yard line. Despite the great effort, it will still bring up 4th. Here's the kick. He got some distance on it. He fields the punt at the 20. He's brought down at about the 35-yard line. What happened to the coverage there, Chris?
Oh, come on. They completely lost containment on that guy. I mean, you just can't let that happen. I'll be honest. They were really lucky they didn't give up a touchdown on that one.
Stay inside right here. You're going to run.
He's tackled at midfield. After that run, they might want to give him the ball a few more times.
I agree. It looks like the defense is a little tired out there. Whatever the case, they're having a tough time now stopping the run.
Blue 45. Blue 45. Alert run. Alert run. Alert run. Wait, move up.
Run left side. Brought down behind the line. Not what they were looking for on that play call.
You know, for a running back, there comes a point in time where you say, all right, this play is not working. Let me just get as much as I can and try to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Come on, y'all, watch those quick.
They're going to pitch it. The defender gets him to the ground. The defense just ate up that play.
Well, those defenders get paid too, and every once in a while they win the battle. Clearly that time they were all over this offensive line.
Rodgers drops back with the throw, and he catches it. He's dropped in the open field. That completion won't amount to much, and they'll wind up short of the first on the play.
Very disappointing for an offense to get a completion and not get the first down. The receiver's job there is to make somebody miss. Clearly have to give the defense credit there. They won.
Here's the kick. He got some distance on it. Goes into the end zone for a touchback. The defense could do no wrong the last time this team had the ball.
Come on, Dennis. Watch the hard 45. Come on, lock him down. Watch the switch. Let's get off this field, man.
He looks to throw on first down. Passes to his left. Tackled around the 28-yard line. And you won't see the coaching staff complaining about that.
Yeah, coaching staffs generally don't complain about too much when they have a quarterback that has the leadership qualities and the arm strength and the ability that this guy has.
Rivers will look to pass. Looking for a receiver. Is there for the catch. Brought down at the 47-yard line. Good pickup by the receiver.
And we've always talked about this receiver's big play ability. He may not be the fastest guy in the league, but you can tell he wants the ball in his hands in big situations.
Rivers gives it up the middle. He's dropped at the 50, and the halfback carries for a pickup of 3. The backfield is in the offset I formation. Fakes the run. Comes down with it. He's brought down at the 42. The defense was looking run, and they threw it for a big gain.
Well, when you have a talented running back like this, you always have to account for him. That time, a nice play-action pass, open it up down the field.
Here's the halfback. And they get him at the 36-yard line. Pickup of about 5, and that will bring up second down. 2nd and 5. Ball on the 36. They'll come out with 3 wide receivers. Sproles the ball carrier. He didn't get back to the line. He couldn't get anywhere on that one.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to admit defeat on a play as a running back and just try and get that thing back to the line of scrimmage.
Rivers lines up in the shotgun formation. Rivers is looking to stay perfect on this drive. And he hasn't missed a pass yet. Oh boy, that's a nice play on 3rd down.
Clutch play by the receiver that time on 3rd down. As a receiver, you really have to just flat out want the ball in that situation. You can tell that this guy really does.
He gets another carry. Tackled at the 23. A couple of yards there.
And they really ran right into the blitz. That's a time that a veteran quarterback should have changed the play at the line of scrimmage. You could see the blitz coming. He didn't audible and only came away with a short gain.
He'll get it again. He's hammered in the backfield. The offense had a tough time picking up all their blocks on that play.
You know, you can draw up any sort of protection scheme and blocking scheme that you want, but ultimately this game comes down to one big man against another big man, and that time the defense's big men, they won the battle.
Rivers has completed every pass on this drive. Still good on the drive. That was a good-looking throw.
Yeah, great throw, but maybe even a better read. He understood by watching what the defense did after the snap of the football exactly where to go with that ball.
On play action. Goes for the end zone. It's picked. Why did he even make that pass?
Yeah, Tom, I think he got baited into that throw. He thought the defensive back was going elsewhere. He did a little fake, came back in, made the pick. Just a real heads-up play.
They line up at the 10. Rodgers is in the shotgun. He has 4 receivers split out wide. He drops back. He goes deep this time. It's broken up, and it's batted away at the last minute by the defender.
Just when it looked like the quarterback might sneak that one in there, a late pass defense and a good play.
Rodgers gives it up the middle. He's tackled at the 13. Grant gains about 2 yards on the run.
Man, oh man, that's what those defensive guys live for right there. A shot like that, and then they always get up and have a little something to say to you as you're going back to the huddle.
He fakes it, guns it out, and the fullback is wide open out there. They complete the pass, but it won't be enough for the first.
Yeah, that's one of those balls that looks good in the stats for the quarterback because he gets a completion, but for this offense, it's going to bring up 4th down. Huge play defensively to make that stop.
Ryan punts it, and he kicked this one pretty well. Sproles fields it at the 41. On his last drive, the quarterback completed a pass, but to the other team. Throwing another one could be disastrous to this offense. San Diego lines up in the offset eye this time. Fakes the run. He's got room to run. Knocked out right around the 44-yard line. Another fine pass and catch on that play.
I know we all talk about 40-yard dash times in the NFL, but as a receiver, if you are a great route runner and you understand what the defenses are trying to do to you, it doesn't matter if you run a 4.3 40. If you can get in and out of your cuts like this guy, you will always be able to play.
Makes a cut, and he will be hit and dropped. This defense is going to have to figure out a way to stop these guys from getting these short yardage first down.
Yeah, but if you start mixing up some blitzes there and taking chances, sometimes you give up the big play. There are a few times in a game you're better off just allowing the first down.
Nice play fake. And it's caught. And he's knocked out at the 31. The quarterback's been putting up some good yardage.
And having success early in the game like this frees up your running game because the defenses have to keep defensive backs in coverage, so now there's more space for that running attack.
On the ground with a tailback. What an open field tackle. A 5-yard pickup for the halfback. They line up at the 26. San Diego lines up with 3 receivers, single back formation. Back to throw. Under heavy pressure. And they get to him. And the blitz worked to perfection on that one.
It's so frustrating for an offense when they think they know what's going to happen with a specific blitz package. You work against it all week. You come out in a game and you fail to execute the protection, and your quarterback pays the price.
Back to pass. Goes through his read. And he should have had that one. Jackson was the intended receiver, but the pass fell incomplete. It's 4th down. Looks like they'll kick it away here. Cyphers is set back ready to punt. He'll probably try to pooch this one into the corner. Punts it. 2 minutes left in the half. The offense takes the field, hoping to put something together after their last drive ended in a 3-and-out.
Keep playing, fellas. 48. Right. 48. I'm near. Let's get off this field, man.
Here's the fullback. Hit and drop behind the line. He was looking for some room to run there, but there just was nowhere to go.
And sometimes when the offense hands the ball to the fullback, they're just looking for a little change of pace, maybe trying to pop one in there. That time he got popped instead.
Block 99, Philly! Turn! Left, left! Hey, Kruger. Come on, G. Quick games, 44 screw. That's all we got. Let's go. Let's go. We need to make a play. We need to make a play. Let's go right. Right, left. And we got bark. Under.
Here's the give. Brought down at the 22. Grant is the deep back as they line up in the I. Green Bay changing their play. Third down and short now. We're at the 1 minute mark, first half. Rodgers calls for motion right. Play action. Looking for an open man. Catch is made. Green Bay will take a timeout. That was their second timeout. Rodgers is under center. 3 receivers wide this time. Steps up in the pocket. Right through his hands. He almost had the pick. They can't complete the pass, and now the offense will be looking at second down. Offset I formation in the backfield. Back to pass. Throws the bullet to the left. Looks like he had it, but it's knocked loose. He just got in there and knocked the ball loose.
Yeah, he'll be lucky if the ball is all he knocked loose with that hit. He may have lost a few teeth as well.
Swim. Let's go. Green 88. Green 88. Let's go. Keep playing. Get it back. Scatter.
Looks to pass. Surveys the field. Makes the catch. He's tackled at about the 45-yard line. So on third down, he finds his receiver and gets a big gain.
Receivers who can make plays like that on third down tend to have nice, long careers.
Blue 45.
First down, looking to throw. He catches another. Cuts back, and he's dropped. How about that pass?
As a receiver, when you go against a zone defense, it's much more about recognition and knowing where the holes in that zone defense are. That time the receiver executed perfectly and found the open spot.
First and 10. The kick is up. It's got the distance. Right down the middle. That was a great kick from that distance.
It really was, wasn't it? There are no field goal kicker jokes going on the sideline right now. Just a lot of love.
And here's the kick. Sproles fields it at the 1. Dropped at the 29-yard line. They'll get the ball here at the 29-yard line. The defense is in the nickel. Fullback straight ahead. Tackled around the 38-yard line. And we've come to halftime here. The score is 13-6. The kick. Taken from the 3-yard line. Drilled at the 27. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. Little handoff. And they get him around the 32-yard line. Pickup of about 5. That'll bring up second down. From their own 32-yard line. Lining up with 3 wide.
48. 48.
Looking to throw. Makes the throw up the middle. Brought down around the 50-yard line. That pass is good for a first down.
And he had some zip on that one, didn't he? He reared back and threw that one about as hard as he could.
Hands it to the back. And he's decleated at the 45. 4, maybe 5 yards on the run. It's 2nd and 5 here. Ball on the 45-yard line. The Packers line up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers are split out. And they'll run him again. He fumbled it. It's scooped up by the defense. That was a huge turnover.
What a tremendous play by the defense. You really began to get the feeling this offense was getting something going. They stripped the football out of there and kill the drive, kill the momentum.
They'll throw on first down. Looking for a receiver. Brings this one in. Tackled around the 43-yard line. Excellent pass by the quarterback on that play.
I'm really enjoying watching the timing between this receiver and the quarterback. We're seeing a well-schooled offense now going to work.
Hands it off. He's dropped at the 39-yard line. So a pickup of maybe 3. That brings up 2nd down. The Chargers line up with 3 receivers bunched. Again with the run. He lost yardage on the play. The interior defensive lineman got off the ball very well on that one.
You know, and typically that works for the offensive line because they're trying to simulate a pass set, allow those guys to get into their rush lanes and simply push them past the ball carrier. That time they pushed him right into the ball carrier.
Fires it out with the catch. And they get him about the 25-yard line. A good play to the tight end that time.
And tight ends are so big that as coverage people, it's tough to figure out how to defend them. If you're on their left side, they throw it to their right side. If you're behind them, they throw it in front. Tight ends are tough to cover.
Rivers back to throw. Looks down the field. Completed. He's tackled at the 14. He put something extra on that throw, and it'll keep the chains moving.
And that's really what it takes sometimes because defenders are so quick out there. If you don't put a little extra pop on it, they can get there.
Tomlinson on the inside handoff. He fights forward to about the 13. Tomlinson comes away with 2 yards on the carry. Offense will line this one up at the 12. Rivers lines up in the gun. He has 3 receivers in the formation. Looking to throw. He throws right. It's incomplete. He caught that one out of bounds.
Well, you can see the receiver doing all he could to keep his feet in bounds, but that pass just let him out of bounds.
Rivers drops back. Short pass to his left. Incomplete pass this time. Tomlinson was the intended receiver, but they can't complete the pass. San Diego can make this a 2-possession game with this field goal. And it splits the uprights. Pretty good kick that time, and he drives it home for 3 points. Nice job. Here's the kick. From the 7. They get him at the 31. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports. Grant lines up as the lone back. 3 receivers split out wide. Looks for a man open. He couldn't hang on to
Ball's
it.
incomplete.
Second down for the offense after that incomplete pass. From their own 31-yard line. Green Bay lines up with 3 receivers in the shotgun formation.
Green 88. Green 88.
Clock. Stay right.
Friday.
Looks to pass. There for the catch. He's dropped around the 38-yard line. Lee picks up 7 yards with that catch. That'll make it third down. 3rd and 3 now. Ball on the 38. Green Bay is going with the offset eye backfield.
Blue 45. Come on. Blue 45. Lou. Tiger.
Nice play fake. Goes through his read. Makes the reception. And they get him around the 49-yard line. And this receiver just loves it when the defense is in man coverage.
Yeah, there's no better feeling than when you're coming off the ball and you know it's just you and the guy across from you. That's just good old-fashioned football, but you also know typically when you get man coverage, your quarterback is under pressure.
Unbelievable. What an effort out there. He just got his hands in there and broke it up.
I love watching the closing speed of this defense. When they see the ball, they go get it.
Green 88. Green 88. Let's go.
Hands it off. Huge hit. A 5-yard pickup for the halfback.
Gain of 5.
Jackson is the deep back as they line up in the eye.
Back. Team. Touch. Need that rock. Let's go. Touch. Hey. Get ready. Stay outside him.
Sets up the play action. He throws on the run. Knocked out of bounds at the 31. A good play fake that time.
It really was. I didn't see it. I thought it was a run play. He pulled it out of there and came up with a nice gain.
Rodgers is lined up under center. I formation this time.
Blue 45. Blue 45. New call. Right.
Gives it off. He's brought down at the 21-yard line. This running back just showed off some nice ability there.
Yeah, the offensive line did their job. They created enough of a seam to get him up into the secondary, and then he was able to explode from there.
Back to pass. He throws it, and it's completed. He's tackled right around the 12-yard line. Good job locating the gap in the coverage on that play.
You know, that's the kind of pass pattern I used to always love to run, because if the defense is even a little bit lax in their coverage, it's pretty easy to get that one in there.
Here we go, baby. Scatter.
They hand it off. Fights forward to about the 10. It wasn't much of a run, but it did get them a first down.
I'm really impressed by this guy. He's shown the ability and the patience to run inside, he can run outside, and he keeps moving those chains.
Blue 45. Right. Close right. Reload.
Little handoff. Brought down around the 8-yard line. So the halfback gets 2 yards on the draw. 8 yards for the score here. The Packers come out in the single back formation, 3 receivers wide.
48. Right.
A little misdirection. And they get him at the 4. A pickup of 4, and that makes it third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down so far on this drive. They'll try to convert once again here.
Blue 45. Let's get off. Watch the swing back side.
Jackson on the handoff. He's in. Touchdown. I'll tell you what, Chris, that was just a great job of blocking up front on that touchdown run.
It sure was, Tom. They just absolutely blew away the defensive line on that one. Not often in the NFL you see that kind of a hole.
It's good. And we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. And here's the kick. hit and dropped at the 24-yard line. The offense takes the field, hoping to come away with more than just a field goal on this drive. Back to throw. All kinds of pressure. He throws left, makes the grab, and he dropped him in the open field. He just couldn't make anything happen after bringing that one in.
And that play is really all about the closing speed on defense. They'll let you have the completion, but then they close quickly and make the play.
He fakes it, dumps it out right. He's there for the catch. That play loses two.
I don't think they fooled anybody on the defense with that one. They were just sitting out there waiting for it, and that's a loss.
San Diego lines up in a shotgun set. Rivers dropping back, rockets it out. He makes another catch. He's hit hard on the play. These days, you need a back who has good hands.
Yeah, running backs today have to be really complete players. You mentioned the fact they have to be able to catch the football and make plays on the outside, but blocking is so key as well. You have to be able to do it all if you're going to be playing halfback in the NFL.
Little handoff. He's brought down right around the 38-yard line, and the halfback carries for a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Tomlinson lines up as the deep back, I formation.
Let's go. Green 88. Left. Green 88. Play. Let's play ball. No.
Here's the give. He's going to be tackled for a loss. Tried the run, but there was nothing available.
And if you can make a running back hesitate just a little, that time you could see there really was no hole, and the running back was just fishing for a place to go.
Guns it right. Dropped an easy one. Not a good pass that time, Chris. He forced it right into the coverage.
Whoa, that was really lucky that one wasn't picked off. Not a good decision at all there.
They get this one off, and it's a great kick. He brings it in at the 14. Blackman fumbles it. He scooped it. They nearly gave the ball away.
And you described that one pretty well because that would have been a gift. They are lucky to have that one back.
First down now and 10 to go. Ball on the 28. The Packers line up with 2 tight ends.
Blue 45. Blue 45. Empty. Omaha.
He throws right. Pass completed. Brought down at the 35. Nice pass and catch on that play that gets him a lot closer.
Yep, and that's really just the way they drew that one up. You take what the defense gives, looking to move the ball efficiently downfield with intermediate passes.
Green 88. Green 88. Go.
Short pass to his left. What a shot! You can tell these guys practice that play quite a bit.
Yeah, I can remember hearing stories about old-time players in the NFL that literally they could go out in the pitch black and make throws and catches without really even seeing the ball. That's the kind of timing we're seeing today.
On the run, he throws it. What a hit. I don't think he even saw that guy. And a great pass by the quarterback to convert for the first.
And what we're seeing out of this quarterback is a variety of throws. Yes, he has the ability to zip it in there when he needs to, but we've also seen some touch throws, a very complete repertoire.
He's tackled at the 45, and the halfback goes nowhere on the counter. They line up at the 45.
Quick games, 44 screw.
Green Bay lines up in the offset eye this time.
Come on.
The Packers put a man in motion to the left.
Rigo.
Nice play fake. Flips it out short. Tackled right around the 38-yard line. Short pattern results in a completion for the offense.
You know, that's not one of those plays that's a huge gain by any means, but that's really the essence of an offensive game plan. You have to start hitting some of those short intermediate routes, and that begins to open everything else up.
The defense seemed to do everything right there.
And you love to see those linebackers playing downhill like that, not just flowing sideline to sideline, but attacking and trying to get in the backfield.
It's away, and it's a booming punt. Out of the end zone for a touchback. They had to punt it away on their previous drive. Rivers steps to the line of scrimmage. Single back formation this time. Fakes to the back. He steps up, and he caught it. Brought down at the 35. And a pretty smart play call right there.
It really is so much the key to football. You talk all the time about you have to establish the run. Well, there you see why. You establish the run, and then you come with the play-action pass. Just so hard to defend.
There's a play fake. Short throw to the right. He steps out right around the 38-yard line. They complete the play-action pass for a gain of 3. The Chargers motion to the right side. Looks to pass. With the pass. Pass incomplete. Chambers was the intended receiver, and he can't bring it in. They'll come out with 3 wide receivers. Looking to throw. Short throw to the left. Pass is complete. Still not quite enough, however. They'll still be facing 4th down. Cyphers is the punter. Cyphers will punt it, and he absolutely boomed it. Down in the end zone for a touchback. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game.
Blue 45! Blue 45! Let's go! Tiger!
They hand it off. He doesn't get back to the line. Nothing going on that play, and that will bring up 2nd down. So they'll face a 2nd and 10. Green Bay is going with the offset eye backfield. Drops back. He's under pressure. Interception. Inside the 30. And this one looks like it's going to come back.
Holding defense. The penalty is declined.
From the 26-yard line. San Diego lines up in the offset eye this time. Tomlinson, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 19-yard line. 7 yards there. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down now, 3 yards to go. Ball on the 19-yard line. Dumps it out left. Fails to connect with the pass. Gates was the intended receiver, but they can't complete the pass. Tomlinson, the lone back. There's a play fake. Steps out at the 14. It looks short to me, but they get the first.
Yeah, and you can tell which receiver this quarterback likes in those tough third down situations. He dropped back and got him the ball immediately.
Throws it short. There for the reception. 6-yard pickup.
Just keeps the ball moving down the field. 6-yard gain and a little progress.
Pretty tight game as we head to the fourth. Our score, the Chargers 16, the Packers 13. They motion to the right. Tomlinson gets the carry. And he's hammered at the 6. He gains a couple of yards on the carry.
Ouch. You take too many shots like that as a running back, you start peeking around a little bit before you get that football.
Tackled at the 5-yard line. And that will bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's just a big run stop right there. You have a very proud defensive line that was just going to take control of that situation.
And it splits the uprights. He makes that one pretty easily and puts it through for 3 points. The kick is away. Williams from the 5. Sheds one tackler. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. The quarterback and his receiver were clearly not on the same page last time, and it led to an interception. Rodgers is under center. Single back formation this time. Drops back on 1st down. That pass wasn't even close.
Yeah, it wasn't close because the big guy was giving him a whack just as he let that one go. He was really under some pressure that time.
Luke 45. Luke 45. Swim. Goes right, Lucy.
Drops back. He throws left. It's completed. And they get him at about the 45-yard line. Nice job by the quarterback to hit the tight end for a decent gain.
You know, tight ends may not come up with those real explosive plays down the field all the time, but they sure are a nice target for the quarterback.
Let's go left.
Back to throw. Looks down the field. Makes the catch. He's tackled around the 41-yard line. A decent gain there on that pass.
Yeah, a little timing route there, and you really have to have faith as a quarterback to get that ball out of your hand quickly if you're going to play with that kind of touch on the ball.
Drops back to pass. Fires it left. Brings it in. He's brought down at about the 29-yard line. He made the right read on that pass.
Nice play that time by the quarterback. You know, we talk about progressions and going from one receiver to the next, but this quarterback is doing a great job in the pre-snap read, knowing who the first guy will be and getting him the football.
Throws on the run. Knocked away. Drivert was the intended receiver, but they can't complete the pass.
Whose behavior is considered unruly or illegal.
They'll face 2nd down and 10.
Tickets will be revoked without refund.
There are 3 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun.
48. 48.
Looks to pass. Rockets it. And he catches it. He's pushed out at the 18-yard line. The defense just didn't match up well on that play.
Yeah, tough to match up one-on-one in man coverage against that wide receiver. He's pretty good.
Play action. Looking for a receiver. And he's out of bounds, incomplete. That one didn't have much of a chance.
Yeah, he just rushed that throw that time. He had a guy wide open. I don't know why he tried to get the ball out of there so quickly.
Flat panel display for home or office.
Short pass to his left. They finally bring him down, and it's 1st and goal. What happened there, Chris?
There's really no better feeling as an offense, especially for the quarterback position, than to take advantage when the defense is trying to blitz you. They're trying to make you nervous, and you just made them pay.
Pitch right. He'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Took it to the outside, but it leads nowhere.
Sweeps are plays that you see a lot more of in college football than you do in the National Football League because everybody in the NFL is so fast. In high school and college, yeah, maybe you get it out around the corner. In the pros, tough to do.
Brought down around the 1-yard line. 3-yard gain for the running back. One man in the backfield. The halfback with the carry. And that will tie it. Great time to go to the ground, and they scored pretty easily.
Yeah, the running back's always going to get the credit for the touchdown, but those guys up front were simply overpowering on that play. That back just got in behind them, and voila, touchdown.
The kick is up, and the point after is good. And here's your drive summary for that last series. Great kick here. Brought down at the 30. They had to settle for a field goal on their last drive. They take the field again, looking to put up another score. Pro formation here. Rivers hands it off straight ahead. And they get him at the 33. They get 3 yards on the play.
Well, that time the outside linebacker came on the run blitz. They got some penetration and shut down the play.
Rivers hands off. He's dropped at the 36-yard line. Tomlinson gains around 3 yards on the run. Offset I formation in the backfield. Play action. Throws while on the run. Brought down right around the 46-yard line. They pick up several yards there on the pass.
And that fake really was the difference. Not only did the quarterback sell it, the running back sold it, the offensive line did, and the receiver was open for a nice play.
Fakes the run. Almost picked. The defender was able to get a hand on it.
And really, that came as a result of pretty physical play at the line of scrimmage. They're banging these guys around and not letting them get into their routes.
Fakes to the back. Throws it short. Hester drops it. That last play didn't get them the first, and now they're looking at 3rd down. They line this one up in shotgun. 4 wide receivers are split out in the formation.
Let's go get it, baby. We're talking about bringing.
Rivers drops back to pass. The pass is away, and he catches another. Another completed pass puts him over the 300-yard mark.
And you know, this guy just loves to play football. I really like talking to him before the game. You can hear the passion in his voice. And when you have a leader that has that kind of passion and that kind of emotion, it's just so much easier to play the game.
He's brought down at about the 31. That'll be a 7-yard pickup. That brings up 2nd down. Here's the 8th play of this series. Two tight ends this time as they come out in a big set. The halfback with the carry. He fights forward to about the 29. Tomlinson comes away with 2 yards on the carry. Shotgun formation.
Blue 45! Blue 45! Let's go!
They'll throw for the first. He throws on the run. He's tackled at the 16. A nice looking play that time.
Yeah, when you see the blitz, you have to understand your own protections, because if your protection is sliding away from the blitz, you have no choice but to get it out of there to the hot receiver.
Let's stop it right now.
Rivers with the give. He's dropped at the 15. It looks like they picked up a yard or maybe a little less.
Nice call there by the defensive coordinator, coming with the outside linebacker blitz, which really puts some pressure on this group up front.
Come on now. 388.
He fakes it. Is there for the catch. Not much of a gain at all on that completion. What happened on that one?
Well, I think the offense is really just trying to make a safe throw rather than taking a big chance and throwing it down the field. You get the ball in the hands of your receiver and let him try and make a play. That time, nothing there.
Short throw to the right. And he has his back, who's wide open. And for as good of a catch as that was, this offense now has to deal with a 4th down. And he makes it. Good kick that time as he puts it right through. And now we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. The kick. From the 7. Big hit there to bring him down. They were able to score through the air the last time they had the ball. Let's see what they planned for this drive. Rodgers back in the shotgun for this one.
388.
He drops back, surveys the field, comes down with it. Tackled at the 37. The pass play gives them a gain of 6. From their own 37-yard line. Rodgers is lined up under center. He has 2 backs behind him. Rodgers sends a man in motion. There's a play fake. And it's caught. They tackle him for a loss. That'll be a 2-yard loss.
Boy, that's just great anticipation by the defense there. They saw that play coming and were all over it.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
Goes through his read. And he's out right around the 38-yard line. Pretty good gain on that completion, but it won't be enough for the first.
And you could see the defense that time. They knew exactly where those first down chains were. They were going to allow some underneath passes, but then came up and made the tackle, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Big play that time.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The offense was only able to muster a field goal on their last drive. We'll see what they do with this possession. Rivers hands it off. He's dropped at the 29-yard line. They go with a run, and that'll be a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. Ball on the 29-yard line. San Diego is going with the offset eye backfield.
Tennessee. 48. Let's go get it. 48. Come on, let's go. Overload.
Fakes the run. He throws it. No completion. Jackson was the intended receiver, but the pass fell incomplete. Short yardage situation here. They'll need a little less than a yard to convert.
Get off, baby. Get off. Blue 45. Hey, don't lose the ball.
Nice play fake. Throws it short. Catch is made. He's tackled at the 35. Great job to haul in that first down pass.
This team is just so good at executing those short, quick passes and picking up first downs and keeping drives alive.
Tomlinson, the ball carrier, and they get him at the 35. He got what he could, and it wasn't much, and that will bring up second down. Rivers is in the shotgun. He has 4 receivers split out wide.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. On the spread out.
Looks to pass. Looks for a man open. Brings this one in. And he's drilled at the 49-yard line. And a nice pass to the tight end.
So much of the game today revolves around those substitution packages, trying to bring extra defensive backs on the field to try and help against the pass. But when you have a big receiving tight end, that really makes that plan awfully tough to execute.
They'll go with the run once again. Brought down right around the 40-yard line. An amazing run.
Well, if you want to know why all those coaches take stopwatches to the NFL Combine, you just saw it. You get a guy with that sort of athleticism, that sort of speed out there in the open field. Boy, is it fun to watch.
Again with the run. Dropped behind the line. Nowhere to go that time, as the defensive front got very good penetration.
And that's really the key to stopping the counterplay. Because with all those offensive linemen and the slow motion in the backfield, if you can get penetration, you can really disrupt the counter.
They give it to the tailback. Tackled around the 41-yard line. And the halfback has nowhere to go. The offense facing another third down here as they line up. The backfield is in the offset I formation. Give to the tailback. He's tackled at the 36-yard line. Tomlinson picks up 5 yards with the carry. They call on the kicker for the long field goal from 53 yards away. The kick is up. It's got the distance. It's good. That certainly wasn't your average field goal attempt.
And with the way the rules are in the NFL right now, I think that's one of the coach's toughest decisions. Do you just pooch punt it down there, try and pin them back, or go for a long field goal? Boy, that kicker sure helped make that coach look smart there.
Let's see if the offense can put something together on this drive. 1st and 10. The Packers line up with an offset I backfield.
Get your hands up front.
Sets up the play action. With the catch. He's dropped around the 29-yard line. Hall picks up about 5 yards with the catch. So that'll make it second down. 2nd and 5 coming up here.
Let's go.
Nickel defense. Finley takes off in motion.
Big play, D.
Fakes the run. Scans the field. Passes the ball. Completed. He steps out at the 36-yard line. That was a pretty nice play.
And the wide receiver saved the quarterback there. Anytime you get a ball up in there, you are in danger of a tip ball, an interception, but good strong hands that time by the wideout.
Brought down at about the 35-yard line. He barely got it past the line of scrimmage that time. That'll bring up second down.
Come on. Roger.
The Packers have 3 backs in the backfield.
Come on, y'all. Watch those 3 guys. Hey, let's go, baby. Rigo. Alert run. What that screen on here? Let's do right tight.
Grant takes the handoff. Hit and dropped behind the line. Looked for a seam, but he wasn't able to find anything.
And let's give credit to the defense. They had a great push there. They got in the backfield, took control of their own gaps.
Green 88. Green 88.
He's looking to throw. Throws right. He's tackled at the 42. They're able to complete the pass, but it won't be what they needed to keep the drive going.
So many times in the games today, you see a quarterback settle for those underneath throws, where in this situation, it really is a time to try and push the ball down the field a little bit. Those quarterbacks, though, they don't like to take chances on interceptions, and clearly there I thought he could have taken a little bit more of a risk.
Back to pass. He throws right. Tackled around the 49-yard line. You just can't let him get the ball, can you? That reception put him over 100 yards.
And this receiver just looks so confident catching the football. You know, if you really believe in your hands, it gives your eyes a chance to look away and try to make some runs after the catch. This guy knows he's going to make every catch and do it solidly.
That pass put him over 300 yards for the game.
And what's really impressed me has been his accuracy. He's been squeezing the ball into some tight situations all game. His accuracy has just been tremendous.
Out of bounds at the 40. Short gain on that completion.
No gain.
The Packers set up in the gun.
48! 48!
Rodgers has completed every pass on this drive. Oh, you gotta catch that. And he just managed to get a piece of it. Nice play by the defender.
And as a receiver, you really have to do a better job of coming back to the football at that point. You have to help the quarterback.
Luke 45! Luke 45!
No, go! Come on, hey, let's go! Yo! Right, left.
Looking to throw. On the run, he throws it. He's brought down at the 33. A solid gain on that pass play, but it'll still be short of the first down.
And there's really nothing a defense likes better than those third and long situations where they can play passively. They don't have to worry about giving up the big play. Just come up and make the tackle. Good hit that time. Good solid tackle.
And they get him at the 29-yard line. Big conversion that will keep them on the field.
And defensively, those hurt. You end up in a fourth and fairly long situation. The other team goes for it, and they pick it up. That is a real deflator for a defense.
Driver picked up 6 for that grab. Rodgers is in the shotgun. He has 4 receivers split out wide. Second down now, 4 yards to go. And this is the 13th play of the current drive. He's looking to throw. Looks down the field. There for the catch. So the completion goes for about 5 yards and a first down.
Nice decision by the quarterback there. He saw his receiver come open quickly. Rather than trying to wait and work something down the field, just take what the defense gives you.
Back to throw. Looking for a receiver. A great one-handed grab.
I think we're going to see a big 2-point conversion try here. Obviously a 3-point lead, really significant at this point in the game.
So they'll go for 2 here and try to go up by a field goal.
Let's go! Come on!
Green Bay uses motion.
Let's hit him in the mouth.
Looks to pass. Dumps it out right. Gordon has the pick. And that'll do it for us. Our final in this one is the Packers 26, the Chargers 25.